Prime Minister, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
It was kind of you to come. I won't keep you long. I was hoping we could briefly discuss South Africa.
This is past continuous tense. It refers to what we were doing at a particular moment in the past. In our daily life, we often use past continuous to show that something continued for some time. For example,
I was thinking about it. What could be the possible reasons behind this?
I was wondering what gifts he might like.
Ma'am.
It is my fervent hope.
fervent. Showing strong and sincere feelings or beliefs. A fervent person has strong feelings about something and is very sincere and enthusiastic about it.
She has a fervent desire to change society.
That Britain will join the other countries of the Commonwealth and impose sanctions.
Sanction. In different situations, sanction can have completely different meanings. It can mean both punishment and approval. We should pay close attention to this word.
When it is used as a plural noun, it refers to a punishment given in order to make a country or people obey a law or rule. Being a noun, sanction can also mean formal approval or permission. When it used as a verb, it refers to formally giving permission for something. It can also mean officially punishing someone for something. Let's look at some examples to have a better understanding.
Economic sanctions will only be lifted when the aggressor nation withdraws its troops.
We need to get official sanction for the plans.
Government intervention wasn't sanctioned in the crisis.
Markarova called for the US to sanction all Russian private banks.
On an apartheid regime that has no place in the modern world.
Apartheid. A system of keeping groups of people separate and treating them differently, especially when this results in disadvantage for one group.
Regime. Mode of rule or management. A form of government.
Let us be quite clear about this. Nothing useful can be achieved by sanctions.
Really? It was my understanding they would devastate the South African government.
Well, they would devastate us too.
Devastate. To cause great damage or suffering to something or someone. Or to violently destroy a place.
Would that hurt you, Rex? If I slept with another man?
It would devastate me.
Here you go.
And then I'm gonna tell her something that's gonna completely and utterly devastate her.
Bobby?
Trade between our two countries is worth £3 billion a year.
I thought we might look at it from the South African point of view.
I am, ma'am. South Africa is already a disinvestment economy.
Disinvestment. The withdrawal of invested funds or the cancellation of financial aid, subsidies, or investment plans, as in a property, neighborhood, or foreign country.
Due to massive disinvestment, unemployment has risen in the city in recent years.
But black South Africans want sanctions, so shouldn't we listen to them?
Well, black South Africans don't want to inherit a wasteland.
They will if they feel it is their wasteland.
Wasteland. A wasteland is an area of land on which not much can grow, or which has been spoiled in some way. For example, a desert wasteland.
A wasteland can also be anything that seems to lack positive qualities. If you refer to a place, situation, or period in time as a wasteland, you are criticizing it because you think there is nothing interesting or exciting in it. For example, that part of the country is a cultural wasteland.
President Kaunda of Zambia would confirm as much.
It is not the business of a British Prime Minister to consult with unelected dictators.
But it is a sovereign's duty when they are part of the Commonwealth.
Sovereign. A king or queen, or a person having the power to govern a country.
Yes. But I would argue that the Commonwealth is not the way to fill that gap. There are ways of Britain being great again, and that is through a revitalized economy.
Revitalize. To put new life or energy into something.
In recent years, the economy has been revitalized by increasing investment.
Not through association with unreliable tribal leaders in eccentric costume.
Eccentric. Strange or unusual, sometimes in a humorous way. If you say that someone is eccentric, you mean that they behave in a strange way and have habits or opinions that are different from those of most people.
Eccentric behavior. Eccentric character. Eccentric clothes.
But isn't that all I am, Prime Minister? A tribal leader in eccentric costume?
Certainly not. You're head of an evolved constitutional monarchy.
Monarchy. A country that has a king or queen.
That stretches back to William the Conqueror. It's not comparing like with like.
Ah, now that's where we differ.
Differ. To be different. Disagree. If two or more things differ, they are unlike each other in some way. If people differ about something, they do not agree with each other about it.
American English and British English obviously differ in pronunciation.
The two leaders had differed on the issue of sanctions.
You see, I consider myself to be exactly like them. To me, Ghana, Zambia, Malawi are all great sovereign nations with great histories. I am aware you probably don't share that view.
Share a view. To have the same interest or opinion as someone else.
We have no right to destroy. Do you share this view as a scientist?
No. Dr. Stewart has fallen into the same trap Dr. Mulligan did.
To you, the Commonwealth is something of a distraction, a waste of time. But in many ways, I have given my life to it. It was the pledge I made.
Pledge. Being a noun means a serious or formal promise to do something. As a verb, means to make a formal promise to do something.
And what I say goes, so put your hands over your hearts. I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance.
To the band.
To the band.
No matter how long it takes, no matter how much money it takes, I give you my pledge. I really would very much like you to
find
leave.
the people responsible.
40 years ago.
On the wireless, to our great imperial family.
Imperial. Imperial is used to refer to things or people that are connected with an empire.
But we cannot let the values of the past distract us from the realities of the present.
What I would like you to do is sign that statement.
If I didn't know better.
If I didn't know better. Sarcastically or ironically suggest that something is probably or obviously the case. Most of the time, it is to imply that the opposite is true. Let's look at some examples.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you were his son.
Actually, you are not his son.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were making a threat.
As a matter of fact, you were not threatening.
That sounded very much like a directive.
Directive. An official order or instruction.
Think of it as a question.